And our next speaker will be tackling the topic of mobile leading the convergence of digital media. Of course, we've heard some aspects of that already being discussed by our other speakers. So we'll go more into detail about that with our next speaker. A little background about her. She has more than 17 years experience in marketing, in CRM, and digital. She previously worked as the managing director of NetBooster Asia. NetBooster now is called Movent. She was the general manager of Proximity Philippines and the head of CRM for Globe Telecom and also at Ogilvy and Mather. She's a regular speaker on CRM and digital, and that's both locally and regionally. She's also served on the following industry boards: on the Mobile Marketing Association, on the APAC board, of course here on IMAP, and on the ICOM program board. She graduated from the De La Salle University with a degree in Bachelor in Arts in Communication and a Bachelor of Commerce in Marketing Management. Let's all please welcome from Smart Communications, the Group Head of Digital Media, Leah Besa-Jimenez. Good morning.
Okay. So the topic given to me by the board, the committee of IMAP, the summit, is really about how does mobile really help in the whole convergence story and how important is mobile really. And I think this sums it. It's about capturing 100 million or a little over 100 million subscribers already. And if you look at, I know that there was some question yesterday about the penetration of mobile internet users using mobile. This is around, we estimate it to be around 11 million mobile users accessing the internet to date. And this is a far cry from last year, and it keeps on growing year on year. And if you look at also the traffic that's coming, that's coming from your mobile devices, it's said that around 13% of all internet traffic is already emanating from mobile devices, both smartphone and tablets. And for services, for categories such as telco, this is much higher, already double in some instances. And if you look at the number of hours spent and how engaged consumers are, you have around 6.4 hours of people consuming the internet through their mobile devices. And if you look at the global growth of data, it's just going to continue to grow. And we see the same trajectory that's going to happen in this market. If you look at mobile in 2017, we expect these numbers already. And if you look at the shift from mobile messaging, wherein it all started, from messaging into your regular SMS, which is still being used at the moment, and you have around 60% of your population still on legacy handsets, or your basic handsets that we call legacy. But there is a shift to smartphone, and you see a shift in terms of an increase in mobile data, and it's going to continue to increase in the next 6 years. And what this means for all of us, not just for us in telco, but for an economy, for any country, is really building a whole mobile economy. I think this is a clear message that's been carried out from yesterday's discussions and even this morning in the keynote, wherein you're really realizing that there is consumption happening in this medium. And there are people, I think the encouragement of the head of ABS-CBN to collaborate in terms of content recognizes as well that there is an economy that is built on mobile. Because after all, life is mobile. Badly put, we sleep with our phones, right? 66% is said to sleep with their phones. 86% of employees demand already flexible work hours globally because you can work from anywhere already. And 26% check their phones at the dinner table, unfortunately, right? We're all guilty of this. And 240 million businesses globally will be in cloud computing, hosting all of your data in the cloud. So I know that Joe hates the word big data, and so do I, but imagine the potential for analysis of this one. So because life is mobile and because of the trajectory, when you talk about data consumption. And if the reality is, we never leave home without our mobile phones, right? It is the only device or channel that follows us through the entire path to purchase, from a marketing perspective, from a business perspective, in order to convert from awareness down to actual sale. Therefore, mobile is engagement, anywhere, everywhere, and anytime. And if you look at the whole multi-screen discussion, I mean, again, this is a recurring theme throughout all of the presentations of all of the speakers. They seem to touch on it in one way or another. This is what is happening, and this is coming from Google. It's really 38% of people already access content through their mobile phones, through their smartphones. And the highest content consumption is really through screens, and that's the way we look at it as well. So from your tablet, from your phone, even the TV is a screen, and your PC at home is a screen. But unfortunately, and TV is still going to be the most important medium, I think, in this market in terms of number of viewers. But it is no longer the only one in the room, right? 77% of people who are watching TV is also doing something on their tablet, doing something on their PC, or doing something on their phone. And I think, again, because the discussion of multi-screen is, we're very cognizant of that, and all of the speakers seem to be, because it's in a lot of their discussion. This is a reality, and more so. And yes, it's important to develop content, and yes, it's important to make sure that the viewability of the content and whatever ads that you put out there is done, because this is going to be the reality. And it's happening already. I think you have ABS has launched a couple of things already in this space, and so has, our kapatid in Signal has also launched their OTT Play. So they are going into this space. Everyone who is in the content business is going into this space. Now, we look at measurement, and yes, there is wastage, but when you look at the brand building effort, and I want to, I guess, a bit of guidance for a lot of the marketing people in the room is multi-screen or multimedia approach is really something that benefits brand building exercise, your brand building efforts, wherein it affects all of your, I'm sure in the room, KPIs on a yearly basis, right? How much is my brand awareness? How much am I affecting actual intent to purchase? And I won't preempt the talk of Rob, I think, which is after me. It's a fantastic talk on terms of cross-channel study. But it shows you, I think, just a snippet of what it shows you is that the efficiency that you get by really looking at how do I communicate to the consumers that are really on multi-screens already. How do I look at them and measure my awareness against these platforms as well? So I won't, like I said, I won't preempt his study, but I think it's something for the marketers in the room, especially FMCGs that don't have retail fronts or store fronts online, should definitely look at. This study does not include mobile at the moment, but I'm sure they are working at it as well, so as ComScore. But we have to be mindful, I think, of how, because it is a consumer behavior already, to consume media, to consume content in multi-screens, we have to marry our measurement as marketers of how we measure our brand health against what our consumers are actually doing, or how are they behaving, or how are they viewing our content. And I think this is preaching to the choir, otherwise you won't all be here. But it delivers efficiently. You get more you basically get more out of your money with digital. Yes, there is wastage, but the ability to measure is not present in any other medium. So with that, I go back to mobile, and this is a chart this is a chart from Forrester, and they said that mobile is relevant in particular stages in the entire cycle of experiencing your brand. This was around 2010, I believe. And I beg to differ. I think in this day and age, it's already in all aspects of experiencing your brand, from awareness down to, of course, conversion, which as a marketer, that I think is the most important thing. Who said yesterday, and there's no CEO in the room, that, oh, it was Nick, said, no CEO will ever tell you, I want brand awareness, right? It's all about how do I make a sale? How do I increase this and that, right? And mobile is definitely going to be very, very key in your strategies. So again, I go back to why is mobile important? Because it gives you this, the ability to capture 100 million subscribers, a little over 100 million actually already. And with Smart, we have around 73. And we have the ability to provide you with this: location, behavior, interest, value, and demographics. Just a point of comparison, I'm not saying it's a replacement. I'm saying it's complementary. I mean, as we talk about transmedia storytelling, we have to realize that mobile, aside from it being the medium that follows, it's the only medium that follows your consumers in the entire path to purchase, right? It is the only one that's there at the actual point of sale. So if we look at TV in comparison, and we always say in Smart, in the mobile advertising group, prime time all the time, because this is how we compare it. If we look at TV in terms of its data points, and if we look at the potential that a telecommunications company such as ourselves can give you, these are the things that we can. And again, it's all about big data. It's all about what we have in our network. And then matching that with, I see some people or ex-people from SAS, which is very strong in statistics, providing a statistical tool. It's really all about segmentation. And I go back to, again, CRM. And the core of CRM is data. And you look at how do you segment your base. And again, we have 73 million. And mapping, clustering that base and really understanding them in terms of behavior, interest, that's already comparable to your offline, I think is quite a leap in terms of what we are going to be enabling you as marketers. And because of this, we feel that, again, aside from the fact that we can provide you this and we have the numbers, it's really all about fueling the entire connection cycle, which is important to all of us because we need to connect with our customers. We have content that we want them to share. We have content that we want them to potentially discover and engage with and potentially participate. So I want to show you a couple of examples of how, just to inspire you of how to do mobile. I think thought starters, I guess, on when you develop your marketing campaigns, when you get out of here today and as you mull over it over the weekend, what are the things that are possible and what are the things that you should be asking your partners, your telco partners? So location, again, this is a case study done by a platform provider that they partnered with a carrier in Prague. And the beauty with this is, again, the market is still using majority of the market is still using basic handsets. And for a lot of the FMCGs, your target market is most likely Broad C and D&E. If not, particular categories or particular brands are really tapping bottom of the pyramid already. So this type of solution is very critical in order for you to reach your target. The video.
Ma chambre a la forme d'une cage. Le soleil passe son bras par la fenêtre. Les chasseurs à ma porte comme les petits soldats qui veulent me prendre. Je ne veux pas travailler, je ne veux pas déjeuner. C'est mon...
This showcase that we're shooting today, without their media here in Prague, proves the power of location-based services in mobile advertising. By capturing people, sending them the right message at the right time, exactly when it's appropriate, the power that we give to advertisers is actually unique. Today, we're actually showing here in Paul Bakery in Andel, in Prague, that it's working. Look at this lady here. Can I see your message? Thank you. She got this message while she was within a 1 kilometer radius of this area, and she came, and in a few minutes she will get a free croissant and a free coffee from Paul Bakery here in Andel. So this exactly shows that if you have the right customer at the right place, at the right time, and you give them the right message, everyone wins.
Jenom když jste dostala tu SMS-ku, co jste si o to myslela?
No já jsem hlavně šla dál a pak jsem se vrátila a řekla jsem si, že je to možný, že mi to došlo vlastně před tou budovou tady hnedka. Takže mi to přišlo docela zvláštní, no tak jsem se vrátila, než jsem si to uvědomila, než mi to vlastně došlo.
A bylo to příjemné překvapení?
Určitě, určitě, překvapilo mě to, no.
So I was shopping nearby, I had lunch, and I just got an SMS when I wanted to buy something sweet to go to Post for some free croissant and coffee, which is great. It was what I needed at the moment, and I'm happy. I enjoyed it. It was the best timing. After lunch, great snack.
Okay, so I think you get the point, right? So the next one, the next in terms of how do you do location inside an actual mall? And I know that there are a couple of mall operators in the room. So this is a case done by a retailer. And they basically mapped out the stores inside. And this is the case.
Here I am in the Nike store. There he is. He's getting the message. There's a promotion for Beatback. I think so. Yeah, we got him. Big bubble gum!
Meatpack is the trendiest shoe store in Guatemala, a brand known for its edgy, cutting style and a store known for its unique discounts in limited edition kicks including brands like Adidas, Nike and Reebok. An icon for the sneakerhead subculture with over 60,000 fans on their fan page in less than a year. They needed to launch a new promotion that lived up to their hardcore fans, an innovative way to earn your discount. We created Hijack, an enhancement for the official Meatpack app used by our customers, using GPS tracking technology that marks every competitor's store of the brand sold at Meatpack. So every time one of our sneakerheads enters one of the stores, it triggers a special notice with a promotion. Hijack sends an alert to the person's mobile with a discount that starts at 99% and decreases by 1% every second that goes by, making the countdown stop until you reach our store. More than 600 customers were hijacked from the competitors in a week. One customer, Pedro Rodriguez, got a record-breaking 89% discount. This is the first promo campaign that started the sale in the competitors' stores.
Okay. The next one is actually just one in Cannes recently, and it really, I think, showcases multi-screen interaction and commerce. This is for Adidas.
We set out to change a piece of retail forever. That's why we teamed up with Adidas, the brand that is all in on innovation. Their teen brand, Neo, was chosen for the solution. Nowadays, when shoppers come to a store after closing hours, they're basically left window shopping. On the other hand, those retailers often have great e-commerce solutions available around the clock. But what if you combine the two properties into one? Well, first of all, our store would never be closed, but there was an even bigger opportunity to create a truly amazing brand experience. Within 10 months of rapid prototyping, we went through multiple versions and built a fully functional prototype. The experience speaks for itself. Touch, drag and explore the products, all in life size right in front of you. We used professional dancers for the interactive shoot to perform impressive moves. Since smartphones are now our customers' first screen, we wanted the system to integrate in the easiest possible way with the devices. But we knew that asking people to find, download and open an app for that connection was way too time-consuming. In the end, we found a way that was so great, we had to patent it.
Ja, und dadurch, dass man die Möglichkeit hat, eben sich mit dem Handy zu verbinden, ist es bestimmt. Also wir haben eigentlich nur diesen PIN eingegeben und dann konnte man direkt Artikel reinziehen und das hat man dann gleich direkt gesehen.
If you know how to use a shopping bag, you know how to use our shopping bag. Just drag and drop the products straight to your mobile phone. Our users could walk away with the stuff they like and then purchase it later in their own comfort zone. And of course share their chosen favorites with friends. The results have been great. The system was highly engaging, driving conversions in the e-com daily. But additionally, up to 90% of direct bypassers' attention was caught, and around 1 in 4 entered the store after playing with the window. Still, we never imagined how well the product was received, not just by shoppers, but by press and bloggers as well. Because of all this, we are already planning the next rollout as we speak. We put shopping into window shopping.
Okay. And the next is really about customer service, and I think our colleague in Globe talked about customer service, and this is, I think, a great example of how an SME can use mobile to really deliver on customer loyalty and customer service.
Hello, how can I help you?
Yeah, I want one veggie pizza, mushroom and peppers only, please.
Okay. So one pizza, mushroom, pepperoni, sir?
No, mushroom and peppers only.
Yes, pepperoni. Okay, but what size you want?
Adesso ti insegno una ricetta. Dammi pure un po' di aglio, cipolla, basilico, salsicci, peperoni. Che bella pizza che so fare, ma che voglia di mangiare!
So, here's how we cooked it up. The VIP fridge magnet is delivered directly to your door. It's loaded with your pizza preference based on your order history. Set it up once with your Bluetooth using any mobile on any platform, including that old Sony. Then you just push the button and enjoy your favorite pizza. An SMS confirms every order. If you make a mistake, you can cancel it easily. And if your favorite pizza changes, just reset your preference online. It's VIP pizza delivery that's fun and simple.
This is the best thing ever. Has anyone out there ever had a pizza emergency?
It's like the Batman hotline for pizza.
Here's what I do with the VIP fridge magnet. Push. Done. I don't have to talk to the trolley.
Even if I didn't live in Dubai, I kind of want it on my fridge just because it's cool.
That's right, people. Pizza. Pizza at the touch of a button.
Nice. What this means is the delivery guy is on call 24/7. You don't have to talk to anybody.
Truly brilliant idea here. You can now get a pizza. Well, hey, you know what? For that women's Final Four, and you could get it delivered with just the push of a button. There is one problem, but the pizza company's in Dubai.
We're a small pizza place here in Dubai with a really small budget. We needed to increase our sales. And we wanted to make a difference to our loyal customers and maybe even win some new ones. The media buzz from all around the world, I couldn't believe it. It's created great franchise opportunities, approaching us from everywhere, and not just Dubai anymore.
Okay. And I think, it's important to look at how do you integrate mobile into what is shown on TV. And we feel a platform that is quite important, going to be very important for marketers, is really all about content recognition and converging that into the experience that your consumers will have with your brand. And this is I always say that it's a bit painful for me because I handled Pepsi for quite a while. But I think Coke, needs to be recognized in doing such a fantastic job in really embracing digital, embracing, really using technology to amplify its brand messages. And I think this is one of the, a fantastic example. They have quite a lot, but this is an example in terms of content recognition.
Well, hello, is this thing on? Is anybody listening?
In Hong Kong, Coca-Cola was launching a regional TVC, and our task was to stay true to the film whilst getting every teen in town to see it and buzz about it. How could we get this one spot to excite them on a whole new level? Like this. Meaning rapid motion is the latest slang word used by Hong Kong teens. We created an iPhone app where teens could catch the tumbling bottle caps from the TVC to win instant prizes. Step 1. Download the app. Step 2. Wait for the TVC to air at 10 PM each night. Step 3. Chop or swing your phone to catch instant prizes straight from the screen. Talk. Every chop could instantly win you discounts, mobile games and other exclusive virtual collectibles. We turned an otherwise traditional TV ad into Hong Kong's and Coca-Cola's first ever interactive TV gaming promotion. Through our iPhone app, we pushed the idea further into a truly integrated campaign that rejuvenated every traditional medium with a fresh new touch. We also ran our ads in cinemas and outdoor spaces, and even posted it on YouTube so that teens could play it again and again whenever they wanted, giving our idea a formidable viral dimension. Results. After just one day, the app hit the #1 download spot on the local app store, and after 1 month, it had already been downloaded over 380,000 times. Never before had a branded promotional app gained such a high ranking, and the ad's viewing figures were even more astounding. To date, it has been watched fanatically over 9 million times on TV, YouTube and Weibo. That's 1.28 times for every man, woman, child and teen in Hong Kong. We've created the most successful Hong Kong Coke promotion and TVC in 35 years, opening happiness to new heights. Talk.
Okay. So, with the cases that I showed you, it's really all about inspiring you to really embrace mobile into your marketing campaigns. And I think, if you look at the conversion funnel, mobile has the ability to shorten it, right? From awareness straight to conversion. And we always feel that, you need to use mobile strengths. And it's really the ability to catch, to connect, and already close that sale or close that conversion action that you want as for your business. And these are 3 C's. One FMCG company says there are 4. I said, what's the 4th? Continue, which is true. Because again, if we move into branding already, communications really moving into more CRM, then this is a continuous effort. And mobile, again, I'll repeat myself, I mean, I'm like a broken record, but mobile is the only channel, medium, that follows your consumer in the entire path to purchase. So the ability to do this is amazing, I think. And the samples that I showed you really highlight that. And from a carrier standpoint, from a telco standpoint, our role is really to provide you the ability to do that, working with your agency partners and working with you as brand people to really address your business challenges. And this is the only thing I'm going to show in terms of a sell, but just a short video in terms of the solutions that we provide.
Smart introduces Smart Ads, revolutionizing the way you use mobile in your campaigns, making it the core of your campaign. Smart Ads redefines prime time as more than just a time slot, but a matter of targeting the right audience at the right time. Of all the many ways to reach consumers, mobile is the only one that can follow your audience along the path to purchase. Smart Ads offers consumers deeper engagement, a one-on-one experience, and a natural opportunity for commerce. Integrating and enabling offline media channels, transforming passive media into a cohesive platform that's interactive, personalized, and socialized. Be present at every stage of the customer life cycle at the crucial moment of truth, able to deliver targeted and relevant messages and offers for each, making it prime time all the time. Send messages directly to targeted consumers. Insert your brand message on inquiries. Deliver audio, banners, advertorials, magazines, videos, and offers on our content platforms for an immersive experience that leads subscribers to your own content. Trigger social sharing that earns them freebies. Track and measure viewership of offline advertising and offer rewards. Interact with your customers and learn more about them. Have a conversation with your audience for promos, surveys, and more. Mobile becomes more than just a phone. It becomes a wallet. With just a post, a wave, or a scan, use it to deliver points, offer exclusive deals and vouchers, allow access to the event, and make the sale. With Smart Ads, you can engage your customer for participating, purchasing, and sharing in all these different ways. Soon, our ad platform will allow you the convenience of managing everything online. Place your ads. Select a target. Specify the radius of the location to broadcast. Specify messages and more. Smart Ads delivers solutions to meaningfully engage your consumers when and where they want to be reached. We are moving mobile to the forefront of consumer engagement. Make mobile the cornerstone of your brand's communication. We know how best to design the mobile experience for massive reach, targeting, engagement, and conversion. With mobile, you're always on with your consumers. With Smart Ads, advertise at their prime time. We are your mobile strategy.
So with that, thank you, and hopefully you actually do mobile, because there are a lot of clients already that are, I think a lot of clients have been talking about it. I think it's time to do it already, and because prime time is all the time when it comes to mobile. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leah. Maybe just a few minutes with you on either the red or the black chair.
This really goes in one.
Exactly. Okay. Let's get one more mic, please. Thank you. All right, here you go. Fascinating examples, don't you think? I mean, I especially like the chalk thing for a lot of other reasons, which I will not say. But I was thinking, along the way, some people might just get confused and go to the store and say, I would like to buy a chalk, please. Regular, diet chalk. Chok, chok, chok. No, never mind. But one thing I noticed, though, Leah, is that you've shown us really great examples of how to order a pizza in Dubai, how to collect promo caps in, was that Singapore? Or Hong Kong? In Hong Kong. No local examples yet?
There's actually a local case, but I chose not to show it because it was, one, it's in 2009, and it's a CRM program. There are P&G people in the room. I think they were one of the first to really look at mobile.
Yeah.
Fantastic results. I can share, I mean, when I give the pack to the committee, I will include all of the videos because I know some people were taking copy. Don't worry, I give all of my materials. I'll give you all the videos, even the case. That's a 2009 case. I think...
So like even way back then, there's already an attempt to integrate mobile advertising.
I think one of the difficulties, and this is again coming from, you know, I previously, prior to Smart, working on the agency side, the difficulty has always been the solutions were always had to be bespoke.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
And that's always very difficult if you're talking about ad spend for digital being the numbers that Joe showed, and actually those are rate card, so it's much lower. So it's a bit difficult for marketers to develop things bespoke every single time. It's while it is a strategic direction of a lot of companies even before, justifying the investment setup is a bit difficult. So you have brave companies like P&G really embarking on this and on more long term, but there comes a point, I think, wherein the carriers need to step in and provide solutions that are ready to use.
All right. An example, of course, of what you showed.
Well, the video that I showed basically highlights some of the solutions that we have.
Right. Smart ads.
Smart ads, you know, a lot of the solutions. Now, of course, your basic SMS and doing surveys are, for us, basic. Doing the location, doing it more efficiently by doing geofencing, that is the next stage. But doing solutions that are not something, we feel that the advertisers, and we know that the advertisers would want it, would need it, but they don't want to build it just for themselves. So our task was really to build ad units that advertisers can make use of for their campaigns, whether it's from the discovery stage or it's from the reward stage, or it's complementary to all of their digital efforts, especially on social, and all the way to actually converting to sale.
Of course, you ended your presentation with an appeal to everybody in this audience to actually get into that kind of digital strategy.
Yeah, because I'm sick and tired of always getting quoted, it's the year for mobile. Right?
And it never turns out to be the year?
No, I mean, okay, every year you're asked for a quote by a regional publication or local publication. So what do you think of mobile, Leah? Even prior to Smart, like, yeah, this is the year. Or you coach your CEO to say, yeah, this is the year for mobile because so and so and so. And it hasn't happened. And I think the carriers, the telcos are doing their part. We are doing our part in providing you with solutions. And the response has been phenomenal. The reason, again, there's one case study that I think I highlight, and I will give you that. It's a Pampers case. It's a CRM program of Pampers, and they publicly share that. But in terms of cases, current cases, we are doing some pilots with a lot of the top 10 corporations at the moment. And hopefully the next IMAP, all of my cases will be
local.
Local. And definitely it will all be, because we're in the process of, we've just done some tests with 2 solutions and quite phenomenal in terms of the response rate. So again, everyone wants it. Everyone says, yes, mobile, but no one is doing it. And
because
I think
you say it's bespoke and it's actually more expensive.
No, that was before. Now, with the carriers doing their part and really delivering ad units that it's ready to use solutions. It becomes bespoke, I think, when you have a CRM program, right? But if the objective is drive to store, that's easy, right? With solutions such as geofencing or some other solutions that we have, that would be easy. And the ability to target, that's already easy. So the barrier of cost is no longer there.
Yeah.
So it's an effort. I think the agencies as well want it, but again, capability, the skill set is also not there because everyone, of course, geared towards doing digital, I mean, online and social, which is fine. That's why we're here, you know. Tap the carriers, tap us, you know, to consult because we, you know, I think I speak also for Globe. We want this to happen because it doesn't make sense for it not to. We've been speaking about this and everyone wants this for the last at least 5 years. And like I said, I have a personal agenda. I don't want to get quoted again saying this is the year of mobile.
They'll invite you again next year so that you can say that to you again.
No. No, next year is all cases.
You know, the nice thing about all the examples that Leah showed, it's actually more interesting when you hear it in a foreign language. I mean, imagine if you were like passing through a Wildflower bakery or maybe La Dolce Latte, and then somebody hear on your phone say, cronuts? And then you're running to get a cronut.
I don't think you need us for that. There's a long line.
I know. The reservation.
And there's time.
The reservation,
right?
Yeah, exactly. But imagine that. If you can actually apply it to something as popular as a cronut, imagine the number of people who will be running to your store to get a discounted cronut. Right, TJ Malato? Exactly.
I can tell you what time
Time-based. Time-based.
I have their schedule.
Aha! Okay, any questions for Leah? Sir.
Hi, Leah. My name is Ray with Philstar, formerly with Amazon and Rocket Internet. You talked about mobile being able to follow the consumer, presumably because they have the phone in the store when they go in the store. And that mobile is more powerful, is more measurable. But is that really true? Do you truly believe that? Your example on the chalk case, you're actually measuring engagement, but not necessarily sale, which is, thinking about Nick's talk, it's more like we measured awareness and engagement, but not really measuring the number of additional Coke bottles we sold, despite the number of people who downloaded the Chalk app. The other two examples are examples where you're running an offer. So not branding type advertising, although there is a branding component. So they seem to resemble flyering, right? As opposed to being comparable with a TV ad. So I agree they're measurable, but I think they're measurable in the same way that a flyer is measurable, although I agree they're more effective. So what is your thought on this whole thing about mobile measurable but not really quite measurable? And then the last part is it just for now relegated to this space of a more sophisticated flyer? And even if it is a more sophisticated flyer, since a lot of the users are prepaid users, we also don't know who they are when they've done the purchase.
Okay, I think there's several points to that question. The first point, I think, when I said mobile was measurable, I didn't really say, unless I said very. I don't recall saying very or more measurable than digital. I think it is comparable to any digital medium. If I said very, I apologize.
I'm sorry, what I meant was more measurable than traditional advertising.
It is more measurable because I can track where you are. I can track where, from a traditional advertising, I don't know where you are. Let's say where you're reading a newspaper, where I'm reading Philstar, I don't know where I am when I'm reading Philstar. I think there's that.
But would you agree it's not necessarily more measurable to producing a sale?
I think you use mobile in several things. Wherein one, you can use it definitely just for awareness from a branding standpoint, like what Coke did, and use it and measure it as a whole integrated campaign. Then you use mobile as well to convert. I mean, from a sales standpoint, then it's harder to measure. I mean, it's harder metrics because then you're converting straight to a retail front. Now, not all advertisers have a retail front. To begin with, Amazon is a retail front. Paul, the example, is a retail front, and so are the others. But I think the point is, it aids in the conversion faster. Because if I click through an ad, normally I sign up and then I have to print a coupon, right? I think when I say it cuts the conversion cycle, it means I already immediately have it on my phone potentially. Then it's a bit clunky and cumbersome too. Right, to print a coupon, if ever.
So that sounds to me like it cuts the conversion for a promo.
like I said, there are many uses for mobile. We've worked with, and we are working with both FMCGs and e-commerce sites, I mean pure e-commerce sites, from both a spectrum of both advertising and down to conversion, not just for sale, but conversion, how they define it, like Acqui. Acqui is a conversion point. So it depends on what the client defines as their conversion point. So there are some wherein, there are efforts wherein, okay, we want to use mobile and tap your segments, your segmentation, profiling, and to be able to acquire more customers into our e-commerce space, or let's say a gaming space, and then encourage them to do so and so and so, right? So it depends on the objective of the client, right? Whatever the business challenge is. I think the point is, it is as effective, if not more so, because you already get it straight from your phone. You don't need, especially if you're being driven to a retail front, there's no such thing as printing a coupon, right? It cuts that. And with a sample of geofencing, definitely from a sampling, you don't know how, yes, it is comparable to flyering, but we talk about wastage, right? Wastage of, let's say, for product trial alone, how many companies in this room has launched a new product in the last quarter, in the last 2-3 quarters, and together in their marketing plans, okay, how do we encourage trial? So it is an important part in your entire marketing plan, in your comp plan, to encourage that and to drive. So.
Hi, again.
Hello, I have a question.
Sure. I think.
Oh,
yeah.
I think the gentleman at the back had the mic first.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi, I have a question. Regarding showing a while ago a document, the video on the person running the hijack thing.
Yes.
I was just curious if, cause I'm in the advertising side. I'm in Havas PR Agatep, and I've already proposed something similar to that before. The problem before was logistics. One is, it will be a horrible nightmare. It would be a nightmare for me to set up that kind of campaign in a mall, particularly here in the Philippines, because, you know, for security reasons, like a security guard might be actually chasing a guy doing that. Okay, based on my experience with, I won't say who. And then the second thing about logistics is more of a technology. Back then when I was proposing that kind of idea, was that we didn't have that technology here back in 2008. So I'm just curious if we already have that kind of geolocation marketing technology here, so I can finally implement that kind of idea.
From a street level standpoint, to do geofencing, we are, I can see my team at the back and they're like smiling, grinning, because we are piloting it next month or so, with a couple of clients. So they're nervous laughter, yes, right?
I think the security guards will be more nervous,
no.
right?
Wait, geofencing street level. Now, in terms of indoor mapping solution, we are studying it and we are partnering with one of the malls to do it. Potentially
you
to
can't
do
say
it.
Yet which.
I can't say yet which, but we are looking into several technologies on how to do it. Maybe start small. I mean, we can have this whole discussion on all of the solutions that we're exploring. Because Mitch is like, don't divulge too much. Okay, I can see her face from here. But there are. So from a geofencing street level standpoint, we are going on beta in the next month or so with
So
a
could
couple of clients.
the ad agencies also sign up for the beta?
We signed up the ad agencies against the clients that want to test it. So we are working with the ad agencies and we are working with the media agencies.
So the slots for the beta testing already filled up?
You can talk to me later, or there are people there from Smart, the back, about them.
These are the guys. These are the guys with the smile from ear to ear.
You
know who
give your
they
card,
are.
but we are doing the rounds. We just, when we started, when I started with Smart, hit the ground running by really talking about what are the issues, and I talk about the whole issue on making everything bespoke. So it was really a reason for us to drive our ad units or ad solutions from 3 to now, I won't quote the number, but definitely something that 200, 300% of that one. And a lot of it is all being piloted by clients. Unfortunately, we have limited the exposure of these solutions to a couple of clients because one of the things that we don't want to happen is, it sends a very strong signal, right? If you work with a lot of the bigger clients and they do this and you work with them. But definitely we're open to doing something with all of the agencies, and we're really doing the rounds. We're about to do the rounds because we can show you the cases that have been piloted.
I just have a follow-up question. To how specific can we use geolocation marketing? I mean, can we go now to a specific store, or is it only just a building right now here in the Philippines?
From a street level, okay, because I was asked this by when we were doing a couple of agencies, and I was asked, "Oh, Leah, can you send a message as soon as they enter the gym?" I'm like, no. Why? That's too creepy. I mean, we'll enter into data privacy issues already, right? You talk about, and we're very cognizant of that. We don't want to get, while you're tapping an opt-in base, we don't want to get into a situation wherein we're bordering on violating privacy laws, data privacy laws. So we are going to be enabling brands to basically pin the map and a couple of meters. You can ask, we can have a discussion of how many meters the minimum is in order to, to draw the radius against the map, but it's building level. Now, in terms of indoor, there are several ways to do it, and we're exploring things like, mall level up to store level. So we are testing a couple of technologies to do that, and working again very closely with the mall partner.
Thank you.
All right, time for one quick question.
Yeah, hi Leah. Yeah, Lee Vercelis from CCNC Total Management. Well, this is all everything's something new here, because before, when I was at Procter & Gamble in brand marketing, everything was so analog at the time. And well, then after that, I kind of got away from marketing, went into government, and came back again. And this is something very, very new to us, but it's still very, very interesting. Well, this question is kind of related in terms of your geofencing. Like you said, it's got to be done indoors and in the malls and stuff like that. I don't know if you can divulge it, but we know that GPS doesn't work indoors; it just works outdoors. So, what are the other alternative technologies that are available here? You can answer or you cannot. It's up to you.
Again, we will start with geofencing street level.
Yeah.
And then we are testing a couple of technologies to do indoor. You're right, it's a bit difficult. But there are a couple of partners that are out there that we are talking to already and testing a couple of things in the next couple of months. That is acceptable. Yeah.
Well, yeah, without any privacy issues.
Again, it's about hitting an opt-in base. If you opt in to receive, then you can always opt out. There is a facility every time you receive a piece of advertising to opt out. But of course, again, given you are part of, you are in the mall, and hopefully you're part of whatever program they have, you are, and the mall actually has tested a semblance of this, not in the form of indoor mapping, but there is great interest from the foot traffic that they get. So the response rates that they have is quite promising for the recovery of CapEx.
We're talking about a non-hardware solution then.
I can't answer you that.
Okay.
But again, like I said, I think the perspective that we are taking as a carrier is providing solutions, right? And that we are in that space. Okay. While we are, I think, at the infancy of mobile, I still find it's in infancy. Even if I've done so many campaigns, it's infancy because it's still not at the level it should be, given the reach that it has. We are working very closely, consulting with a lot of the agencies and the clients to develop their campaigns for better response rates. But like I said, we are in the space of solutions more than anything. and providing, developing solutions, platforms that what you can use as advertisers.
And I presume this would be very affordable to even the store owner.
Yes.
Very cheap.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Yes.
And, okay. Well,
and it's again, we are limiting it in terms of a couple of advertisers, but at some point, I mean, you can imagine it being open to SMEs as well, and it's a bit more. Probably at that point, it's we're going to evolve it into a more self-serve. So let's see.
Oh.
But there is potential to that because again, the space that we are in is about providing solutions,
okay.
right? To everyone that wants to tap the reach that mobile has.
Well, it looks like this is going to be the year you were speaking of. If not,
I don't want to say that. You know, everyone.
Let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it, shall we?
Jinx it.
Thank you very much, Lee.